Hello, my friends. It's Tori with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach. So happy to be here for our May energy report. It felt like May was off in the distance during April, and I couldn't wait for May because I knew that May would bring us some energies that we would all be welcoming. And hopefully you will all be feeling some of the great vibes that May's numerology has to offer. We're still early in the month, and the first of the month was a little challenging, but today definitely feels like we're getting in the groove. So I'm happy to be here. It's my birthday week, so I'm happy to be feeling good. I was a little bit nervous yesterday when the energies were weird. I was like, is this going to be a weird birthday? But I think we are now building some positive momentum with the new energies. The astrology is a little challenging, and I definitely want to cover that because I feel it's really important to let you all know what's going on there, especially if you've been feeling the challenges, which I know a lot of you have, and I have too. So we will cover that just a little bit, but I really want to focus on the positive energy that the numerology shift is bringing, because it is the most positive combination that we could ask for. And so it's really giving us a refreshing opportunity to feel really good after quite an intense April. And there's still, like I said, intensity with the astrology right now, but there's still relief. The numerology is bringing relief. So, oh my gosh, I'm laughing because it's showing me the angry faces again instead of the hearts. So whoever just did the hearts, try sending me for fun, please. Just try sending me a different emoji. I want to see if anything else pops up besides the angry faces, because something is not right with my face. Look, it's all orange, but you know what? I've learned I'm like totally immune to the angry face now because it's just orange, and I'm like, oh look, it's love. There's love underneath all the anger. Maybe that's the lesson for all of us. We're all love underneath our anger. Yeah, it's only orange circles, guys. Try the other emojis. Are you trying the other emojis? So crazy. I think I told you, even when I watch Sandra Says It's Me, I'm angry. She's got that fiery Aries going. I was watching my old live streams, and all the old hearts were coming up as orange angry faces too. I'm like, wow. And I wrote to Facebook. Of course, they're not doing anything about it. And so I didn't want to deal with like deleting the app and then reinstalling it. But I'm like, am I the only one having this problem? Seriously, Sandra Says it's all different. You're all trying different ones. Hi, Katie. They're all orange angry. I swear this is so hilarious. And I think it really is a lesson to change our definitions, because I used to be very sensitive to the angry face. And now I'm like, oh no, I can define it as love because it really is love. And so don't latch on to definitions that don't serve you. Maybe that's the lesson. I don't know. Anyway, it's hilarious to me. I think it's so funny now. I'm like, you guys love me, and so you should send me those little anger faces. Anyway, I want to get back on track because I do have a lot to tell you. Shane's here. Yay, Shane, you made it. I have a lot to tell you. I feel like I need to go back and just remind you all about the 7 energy. Oh, Shane, you're sending me the angry faces. Shane, you're sending me. I was telling them, remember, Shane, you were asking me last time if I'm going to get off track because we have rambling 3 energy. All the emojis come out as angry from my screen. It's so damn funny. Okay. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to ground a little bit here while I talk to you guys with my meditation wand. So I want to go back and just remind you all that we are in the 7 year, that 2023, numerologically speaking, is a 7 year. It adds up to 7. Katie says it's all love. Yes, baby, it is. Thank you. 7 is a very spiritual energy. It's a quiet energy. It's asking us to go in and reflect and to contemplate what we really want. So it's that sabbatical energy that says I need to kind of take time off, take time out from the world and unplug and really go within and meditate, be out in nature, find solitude, quietude, tranquility, so I can really do some soul searching. And 7 asks us to have faith. It can be a very analytical, overthinking energy, and it can also be excellent for research and study, especially spiritual study. But I wanted to just remind you all that 7 energy is the time when our faith may be tested. And so we do need to keep the faith. And I know we've all been going through quite a bit of stuff with the astrology and the numerology in April. And so I was constantly reminding myself, okay, this is the time to keep the faith. So it's strengthening our faith. It's an opportunity to strengthen our spiritual basis, to use the tools. And I have been using all of my tools. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I call myself a happiness coach, but what I really teach is buoyancy, so that when you're in a time of challenge, you do have the tools to get clarity and to rise above, to raise your frequency and rise above, and to ascend into the higher frequencies where things are much more calm, peaceful, and blissful. So we don't have to stay underwater. We can surf the waves. And especially with the astrology, things change so fast. So I want to remind you all that this too shall pass. If you're feeling the challenge right now, everything is always in flux. So I'm going to go back and talk about April for a minute, because it was really important. And a lot of you might not have seen my April live stream, because I ended up doing it mid-month. And so we had energies of 4 and 11. And that was quite a combination, because 4 is very grounded. It's the earth. It's like Terra. It's like the earth, ground. 4 is right there, feet on the ground. And 11 energy is above the human experience. It's above our head. It's high up. It's the non-physical realm. It's the angelic realm. It's about visions and daydreams. And so on one hand, we had the 4, which is like ground yourself in reality. And then the other, we had 11, which wants to dream and just make, kind of visualize. I think it was great for visualizing plans, future plans, because 4 wants to plan and 11 wants to visualize and daydream. But where we struggled, hi Megan, yay, 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 good to see you too. Where we struggled, I believe, with the energies, and we're still working through that because it's related to the eclipse and retrograde, which I'll get into in a minute, hopefully. I never know with the rambling. Is that the 11 energy is very, very high frequency. And so it brings things up to the surface by vibrating very high. You know me, you got to bring it up, shaking anything that's down here up to the surface for us to see. And so 4 is about getting to the root of things. It's the things that are underground. It's like the seeds underground, but it's also the subconscious underground, like anything that needs to be uprooted for our health needs to come up. And so that shake, shake, shake of the 11, buzz, 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 was shaking everything up. And so this is, if we are water, which we are, it was like all of this water would be cloudy. And so suddenly you're like surrounded by cloudy water. You're surrounded by everything that you haven't been looking at, because it's been buried in your subconscious. And we're still going through that, because that is also the eclipse energy that we have right now. We're still in the eclipse corridor. So May 5th, we have another eclipse. We had our solar eclipse, and now we're going to have our lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So Scorpio energy is about what's in the subconscious. It's what's hidden. It can be fears, it can be secrets, but I have a Scorpio moon, and the full moon is in Scorpio on the eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, like I said. So that's the work I do often, is to be able to see through to into their subconscious and see what's buried, that's kind of becoming an invasive species in their life and causing them to manifest what they don't prefer. So Scorpio wants us to look deeply into what's coming up, and the eclipse is bringing up a lot of what we thought we had dealt with or didn't know was there. So it's like forcing you to look under the rug, forcing you to open the closet and see any skeletons that may be in there. And with the retrograde, we're in Mercury retrograde right now. Retrograde can bring things up from the past, people's patterns, situations, fears, things we thought we dealt with. So that's quite a combination, to have all of these things, like these past things coming up, and these fears maybe coming up, and anxieties coming up. We had the 11 and 4 energy of April really concentrating that with the eclipse. That numerology has shifted now. With May, we have 3 and 5, which I will be talking about, of course. That's why I'm here. But we are building into this full moon eclipse on May 5th. And so whenever we have a full moon, it's going to bring things up to release also. It's that closure and that ending energy, the culmination energy. And it's amplified when it's in Scorpio, because Scorpio is very intense water signs, intense emotions. And because the South Node is in Scorpio, this is what we're letting go of. This is what we're releasing. So there's a lot, and I used the analogy earlier when I was on the phone, that it's like a pimple, like, or like a pimple, like a whitehead that would just like swell up with pus and toxic stuff, because Scorpio can be related to toxins. And we're also, didn't mention that the 7 years is about detoxification as well. And so that can be detoxifying your mind and your energy field just as much as your physical body. So we're releasing anything that's toxic, whether it's fears, whether it's relationships, whether it's jobs, whatever it is, beliefs, toxic beliefs. That's really a huge bulk of what I do for people, is help them to see what needs to go. And then you just feel so much lighter. So when you have that buildup with I hate to use that analogy because it's gross, but the pimple analogy, it's like swelling up, and it's uncomfortable because it's building and building and applying pressure, and it creates like a pain. And then until it releases, or, if you pop it, until that energy releases, it's uncomfortable. So we have a culmination of buildup right now where things may be coming up. And I think yesterday was really intense. We still had 4 energy yesterday. It was a 1-4 day, even though it was May. So if you're feeling things coming to the surface and it feels like, oh my God, I can't get away from this, it's asking you to take a clear look at it and to pierce through it. If you think about the scorpion's tail, it's like a stinging, piercing. It's piercing through the veil is Scorpio, seeing underneath the surface, seeing what's at the bottom of the ocean of emotion, seeing through the subconscious, into the subconscious. So facing this, whatever it is, and really understanding that this is a fear, and working on shifting your frequency to rise above it, or shifting your belief system. A miracle is a shift in perception. I say it all the time. Sandra says crazy release last night, and I missed the rest because it went flying by so fast. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl's like, totally. I'm like, really, universe? What is this all about? Feels like an attack. Cheryl, good point. Think about what a scorpion would do, right? It would attack. I've heard that a scorpion will sting itself hundreds of times in battle. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, it will attack itself. Like, I don't know. There's something I heard about a Scorpio, but there is healing on the other side of that. The positive side of Scorpio is that they are psychic healers. And again, my moon is in Scorpio, and so I relate very much to being a psychic healer. And we are able to deeply, deeply feel into the emotions of others and, create a safe space for them to release. And that is a huge piece of what I do. And I feel very blessed to be able to do that, to be able to create a safe, intimate, energetic bubble for us to do that healing. So it is all happening for us, not to us. We don't want to go victim about this. And there is freedom in this. And that's where the energies of May come in, because we have 5 and 3. And so just to compare 4 and 11, which reduces to 2, it's tricky because we've got master energy with the 11. 4 is asking us to get things in order, to get things done, focus on health, insurance, anything that gives us safety, security, and a solid foundation. Budgets, things like that. More serious things, more, grounded, important things that we need to face in this 3D reality. Down on the ground. So there was a lot of I have things I have to get done. It's a lot of to-do lists with taxes and everything like that. So that was the 4 energy. And when we get out of 4, when we have everything locked in place, it's like building that foundation. It's like laying that concrete solid foundation to build the house on. And then the 4 walls, if you think about that, that's security. 4 corners, 4 walls, it's all security. And then when we get that work done, when we leave the 4 energy of April, we go into 5, and it's like you're allowed to punch out, right? Punch the time clock. You're like, I'm free. I get to go on vacation. I get to go to lunch. I get to take a break. It's the weekend. It's a totally different energy, where 4 is hard work. 5 is like, I want to live in the now. I want to celebrate. I want to be free. And 4 feels like it's inside the box. So there's a restricting energy because it's in that closed off. I want to be safe. I'm in my little house. And 5 is breakout energy and breakthrough energy. I want to break out. I want to expand. If you think about the 5-pointed star, so we've got the 4 energy being the house, the 4 walls and the 4, corners. The 5 energy, if you think of the 5-pointed star, it shoots out in all directions. It's expansive energy. It just wants to break out in all directions. And it wants to live in the now, where 4 wants to have a plan. 5's like, I'm just going to wing it. I was laughing because I have my whole list right there for, in front of me from the 4 month, and I'm like, I don't want to make a list for my live stream today. I'm just going to wing it, because 5 is winging it. 5's like, I don't need a plan. It's not linear. 4 is linear. It's like, I'm going to do this, one brick at a time. I'm going to lay that foundation. And 5 is like, woo, anything that comes my way. It's a lot of energy coming at you, like unpredictable energy, unexpected roller coaster, waves of highs and lows in a different way than we had in April. So it's very, very different. 4 is like, let's keep it solid, let's keep it safe, let's keep it on the ground. And 5 is like, boing, 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 boing. Actually, I have both of these energies, so I understand them. I have the 3 energy too. I'm like, oh, we're in Taurus. We're basically in the Jory month, guys. So welcome to my world. Anyway, so that's the 5 energy. It's wanting us to break free. And so when we have that build up, that build up of fears and everything, that's the eclipse is shining a light on the darkness. The sun and the moon, we're shining a light on things unseen. We got the flashlight. We're looking under the rug. We're looking into the skeletons in the closet, in the dark closet, into the secrets, into the mysteries. Things are being revealed. Things are bubbling up to the surface. But the freedom comes from facing the fears or clearing the fears. So, shining a light into that closet going, oh, there's no boogeyman. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're suddenly free. You don't feel like the 4 wants that safety. You're like, I am safe. I'm totally safe, and I'm fearless now, and I feel like I can take a risk, and I can just be free of all that anxiety. So 5 is excited and celebratory, and I do want to talk about celebrating my birthday because I have a little offer for that. But so we also are in 3 energy, and 3 is the sunshine number. It is happy. It is don't worry, be happy. It is very easygoing. It wants to relax. It wants to have fun. It's creative. It's social. It's extremely chatty. And so 3, 5 together truly are the happiest energies in numerology from my experience. They are the most positive energies. They're not that fired up about getting things done as much as maybe they'll want to do creative things or entrepreneurial adventures. But where that 4 energy is like, we have to get this done. I'm a teacher and you have homework. 3 and 5 is like, school's out for summer and I just want to lay out and relax in the sun. So it's great with the combination of 7 energy this year, which is that stillness and that meditation and that tranquility and unplugging and just being out in nature. These energies are so beautiful for just enjoying the outdoors and taking time off, but they're not grounded. Taurus can help because it is grounded, but we are shifting into Gemini. I think it's the 21st. It might be the 20th of May. So that gets even more flitty and 5-ish. Anyway, so you might need to do some things to ground yourself. For me, I use my house vibration chart, which I have a basic one right now on my website. I think it's $44. The other one, I do my whole personal analysis for you with my suggestions, but you really only need a basic house chart, I think. And so that can really help to ground your energy. If you pick one of the grounded house vibration energies, it takes 2 seconds to change your house energy. It does not involve moving furniture. It's not a feng shui thing. Black tourmaline, excellent for grounding. Shungite, also excellent for grounding. Any dark black stone is going to help, or dark red to bring, activate the root chakra and ground you. Getting outside in the grass. I have the grounding mats too. Anything to ground you. I also use flower essences to help me focus too when I get too scattered, because these energies are very scattered. They're just, they're, like I said, they're not linear. But they are fun and they're about surprises, but they're also can bring some drama because it's unexpected things and it's dynamic energy. It's like caffeinated energy, the 5. And so 3 energy also can bring gossip or, it wants to speak its truth. It wants to speak its truth. And I think that can be a very positive thing if you're coming from your heart, if you're coming from your higher self. And so I do want to touch on that for a minute, because I'm already seeing examples of the 3-5 shadow side of I'm in my pain body. I'm in my ego and I'm speaking my truth in a dramatic way, causing a disruption. And so if you are on the receiving end of that, or if you are observing that, I would recommend highly that you go into the 7 energy and get into a meditative space of tranquility and really drop back down into your heart and use discernment about whether or not you should engage, whether or not you should respond. Consider your boundaries, consider your values, consider your intentions, because if somebody is out of the blue going off because that's their truth and they need to speak it, it doesn't mean that you need to respond. And sometimes the best thing that we can do is just non-reaction. So especially with, there's fire, I want to say that there's some people that have fire energy that they just sort of have like these little bursts of frustration. And me being double earth and water, lots of water actually, my response is usually let things settle and snuff. The earth wants to snuff the fire. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a conversation with someone if you need to, but it's just important to recognize that when drama comes up, that you have a choice whether or not to feed that drama and to fuel that energy with a response. Because when someone, if you've read about the pain body, Eckhart Tolle does a great job talking about it in his book, A New Earth. He recommends non-reaction because you cannot reason with someone when they're in their pain body. It's their stored emotional pain, and it's like a broken record, and it's victim, and it's just going to come out. And like I said, we have this eclipse energy that's bringing everything to the surface. So I've seen that happen, and I just think that there's no way to win with that energy. You can't reason with it. So it's better to just like cool the engines, like let it cool down. I had an opportunity yesterday with an ex that creeped back in this retrograde and was drama. I did respond, but with grace. That's all I can read on there, Cheryl. But see, that's what I'm talking about. So with the retrograde bringing up the past situations and people that may come up, and it's obviously it's great to have a healing conversation if you can do that. But where the discernment comes in is this person coming from a victim place, a negative place, where where you feel like you have to justify yourself in a response. You don't, and I am all about having a peaceful conversation that leads to healing. But if you use discernment, you can feel into the frequency of where they're at, and you have to also feel into the frequency of your emotional response, because that pain body feeds off energy, so it's going to trigger your pain body. It's going to trigger your vulnerability, and you may feel like, well, I need to respond and defend myself. I need to defend myself. I need to justify my actions. That's equal energy that matches pain body. So take some time to reflect before you respond. And 5 is very much like quick response. 3 is like, I'm going to spit out all these words without thinking. So we need to ground. We need to be careful with that, because as spiritually inclined people, we have an opportunity. I don't want to use the word responsibility, but we have an opportunity to, again, snuff out the drama, to just take the high road and raise our frequency, rise above, and not engage and add to the negative pollution in this world, the energetic pollution and the drama. We have a choice. We can have peace or we can have drama. So just remember that. And maybe it's just a matter of centering yourself to a peaceful state and then responding from that new frequency, but just giving yourself a little bit of time before jumping to respond. That's my advice if people are dramatically speaking their truth. And just know that you don't have to respond. You don't have to engage. There's certain situations where you may have to, but not in every situation. So those are my big chunks of guidance would be about the speaking the truth and the drama, and also understanding that we are in eclipse energy with Mercury retrograde. So a lot of stuff is getting dug up from the past for us to look at, but don't forget, Mercury retrograde is an opportunity for us to respond differently this time to an old pattern. And that's probably why I'm being encouraged to really drive this point home, that we don't have to argue if we argued in the past. We don't have to defend ourselves or people please or whatever we may have done in the past, or cower. Non-reaction is not cowering. Non-reaction can be just recognizing that you're on different frequencies and you're just not going to hear each other. Sometimes you just have to know your audience, truly, because if someone is on a totally different frequency from you, they're probably not going to truly hear what you have to say. It's just going to sound like wah, 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 like they're underwater and swimming in the pool of negativity, and their ears are clogged, and you're up there outside the water talking and they just can't hear you. So just know your audience. That's my advice. So before I go to the cards, I wanted to tell you that it is my birthday on Saturday, and I would like to offer everybody a birthday discount on my intuitive sessions. And so the coupon through Sunday is 20% off with the code birthday on the blissfulknowing.com. Also, if you want to be on my mailing list, thank you, Cheryl, go to the blissfulknowing.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, sign up, and then you have to do a little confirmation email when it comes through. But I don't know why I'm just saying that now, because I don't think that's even relevant, but that just came through. So also, I did mark down all of my new jewelry. Even more, some things were marked down already. So new markdowns on the jewelry. If you're interested in looking for Mother's Day gifts, I was going to place an order for Mother's Day for new jewelry, but there weren't enough pieces that were calling me. And I just was like, no, I don't want to act out of desperation. I want to act out of inspiration. I want to feel that these pieces are absolutely meant to go to somebody. So I did not do that. Plus, I've ordered things during Mercury retrograde before and had issues with the order. So I was like, Now, who knows? With the 5 energy, anything can change last minute. It can be very impulsive. So I might change my mind and see things I like and add them, because I like to have new jewelry for Mother's Day. But at least I did mark some things down. So check those out. I will try to post that in the comments, the jewelry section. I think there's only one more piece of information I need to share. If you recently bought either of my books, I want to say if you ever bought either of my books, because I don't know how long this has been going on, but if you bought them through Amazon, I'm having an issue, and I hope it's just retrograde that's creating the issue, but particularly with this book for sure. I don't know about this one, but people were telling me that they bought this book because it's on sale for like $6 on Amazon right now, $6 or $7. This is my new book, my Fun Family Tree, which I worked on for 35 years. I started it at age 10. I'm not kidding. So it's really my old book. So people told me that they bought the book, and on the sales record for the Amazon sales, it wasn't showing that anyone had bought this book. And I have proof that people bought this book in April, and it's showing 0 sales, which means 0 royalties and earnings would be coming my way. So if you recently bought this book, please let me know. And if you can screenshot me the order, or even if you bought this one, because this one was on sale too. If you could screenshot me the order, that's the only way I can prove to Amazon that the books were sold, and it's very disturbing. But I'm hoping it'll get worked out. I've already put a call in, and they said they were going to talk to their technical team, so hopefully it's just a retrograde glitch. Hopefully, because I don't know how many, this could have been going on for years. I don't know how many book sales I have not been paid for For me, my intention with the books is just to bring light into the world and inspire children. So I'm not going to get totally riled up over it. But of course, everyone should be paid for their work. Okay, I think that covers everything. Oh, the giveaway. The giveaway was the last thing I didn't cover. So if you guys don't know, I talked about this in April. I'm doing a 30-minute session giveaway. And I was guided to extend the giveaway because the April live stream was only 2 weeks ago, and a lot of people probably didn't see it because it wasn't in the beginning of the month, so they didn't know to look for that live stream. So I want to give more people an opportunity to enter the giveaway. And I also think it might have been confusing how to enter, because I think a lot of people commented that thought they were entering, but I was asking if you could comment specifically and say you want to be entered into the giveaway. So if you would like to be entered into the giveaway, please do comment below. I would like to be in the giveaway, or just type giveaway, please, whatever you want to type. And I will put you in, and I don't know when I'm going to be guided to pick the name, if I'm going to be guided to do it live, or if I'm going to be guided to do it in a couple weeks, just from home and just post about it in the comments or whatever. So I don't know. It's 5 months. We're winging it, but I love a giveaway and it's so fun. So if you want to be entered into my giveaway, I'm super excited at the possibility of working with somebody new that I've never worked with before. I think it would be amazing to work with somebody who's been wanting to work with me and maybe can't afford it right now, even though I keep my sessions pretty inexpensive. Some of the shorter sessions, at least, for sure. So anyway, if you want to be in my giveaway, you do have to comment specifically that you want to be in the giveaway so I can put your name in the drawing. So please do that if you're interested. Thank you. And if you're someone who never has commented before, this is a great opportunity for you to comment and say hi. And please, guys, like my videos and share them if you feel inspired, because that really helps them get in the news feeds. All right, let's do our cards. I have been going on and on because we are in Rambly 3 energy chatty. We're going to do 4 cards from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. All of my decks are available to digitally download through the Deckable app right now. Go right now, download the Deckable app, Deck, IBLE, and search for my 3 decks under my name, Jorie, Jorie, and you can have all of my decks on your phone anytime to meditate and journal with. It's awesome. So 4 cards, what we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. See how pretty they are? Okay. Then we'll do our blessing to remember from my Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Ooh, prosperity. And we will do our challenge to embrace from my Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature meditation cards, which are so powerful. I've been using these a lot on the app when I do my morning card pull and meditation, and it's amazing how profound your reading can be with just single word cards. I did end up adding all of the card descriptions from like the explanations of why I picked what I picked for each picture on the Deckable app, which is a really nice feature since the hard copy deck does not include that. So if you have the heart deck on Deckable, you can check out the card descriptions when you do your card pulls. All right. Speaking of card pulls, it's so nice. I don't have to worry about the sun going down. And so I'm just like leisurely chatting for goodness knows how long I've been talking. And I didn't even do my welcoming chime, which I have a new surprise chime situation. I feel like I'm all over the place, but that's very 5-3, isn't it? Not so grounded anymore now that we are out of our 4. So check this out. I have 2. My beautiful friend Holly got me the Earth Koshi chime. I had the fire, and she bought me the Earth. And those are the 2 that I wanted because those are the major scales, which are very uplifting. So I feel extra Glinda-y right now from The Wizard of Oz. Extra Good Witch energy. Yay! Have my double chime. Okay, So what we have, want, need, and get from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards for May. What do we have? Ooh, already we're doing chimes. I love this, and it's so 5-3. Use your gifts and talents. Well, I'm definitely doing that right now, aren't I? That's what we have. And 5 is about your passion, and 3 is about your creativity. So it's just perfect. So use your gifts and talents. Your talents and gifts are unique to you. You are born with them because they are inherent to your life's path and soul's mission. The feeling of joy you receive when you are expressing these natural abilities is an indicator that you are in alignment with your truest self. Expressing yourself in this way can make a positive contribution to the lives of others. Offer your gifts and talents to the world. They are meant to be shared and received. This is so Taurus-y too, because Taurus is your gifts and talents, and it's about being of value, knowing that you have worth. What you are here to offer this world is unique to you. You are a unique puzzle piece in the puzzle of humanity. So just know that you being you and you being authentically you is a gift to this world. It doesn't have to be some extravagant thing. There's a piece of me that wishes I could sing because I think I'd be a really good songwriter. And I know I could write songs even if I can't sing, but I wish I could play the guitar, which I try to learn, oh my God, and sing. But my son can do that, so I live through him. These are my gifts and talents. My gifts and talents right now are writing and communicating and talking about spiritual things and tapping into the collective energy. So, and hopefully uplifting you all with some guidance. So I'm doing what I'm here to do. I'm not meant to be a singer-songwriter in this life, but it's a fun dream. Still performing in a way, I suppose, today. All right. Okay, so we all have gifts and talents, and it's saying we all have gifts and talents, and we're here to use them. 5 is asking us to be bold and to get out there, to be seen. Okay, and 3 is, again, speaking your truth. So in sharing, expressing yourself creatively, creative self-expression. So that's all very much using your gifts and talents this month. So what do we want? You guys, it's so funny. It's not pom-pom worthy, but it's freaking hilarious. Ground yourself. What did I tell you? It's a little woo-woo out there with the energies, which I'm happy about. I'm happy to have happiness. But if you want to get something done or you want to make sense, ground yourself. Get out there in nature, get your crystals going. If you are looking for a specific stone, jewelry, I can order you just about any, I don't want to say just about any, but a lot of different crystals I can order you in a ring, earrings, necklace, sometimes bracelet. So if you need a grounding piece of jewelry to help you ground, I got you. I can show you what's available and you can do a special order. Cheryl says, I feel the need to ground and feel and cry and purge. That's all that Scorpio North Node, Scorpio full moon, Scorpio eclipse energy, that water, that intense emotion releasing. And Taurus is asking us to ground. So we've got the nodes are in Taurus and Scorpio, and that's the axis of the eclipse right now. So exactly, you're right on track, Cheryl. You're totally aligned with the energies. I feel like I did so much of that yesterday. I had a cry. I did in my emotional closet cleaning. And this morning, everything just felt so much lighter and shifted. So we want to ground ourselves. We need to stay grounded. Like I said, we're in 7 year. We're in 3 and 5. Those are all odd numbers. They are not grounded numbers. We had a little glimpse of groundedness in April. It's just a little, because we had a crazy 11, which was not grounded. But that 4 energy in April grounded us. So ground. Again, if you have the house vibration chart, I cannot stress enough how helpful that is, to get focused. I would recommend a 4 house to start with, and then an 8 house if 4 isn't strong enough. So ground yourself is what we want. 6 is a nice soft grounding energy, by the way, too. So I like that. A practical approach can benefit you at this time. Get organized and then evaluate what action steps you can take to make progress in your endeavors. A clear focus and careful planning will assist you in accomplishing your goals. Trust that the skills and knowledge that you require will be made available to you. Allow life to reveal the next step of your journey. I'm just thinking while I'm looking at this card of how many things I have to do in the next 2 days and how it does feel a little bit more challenging to get things done because the energy is swirly. It's not directed. Your focus is not necessarily as directed and narrow. Now, if you have a lot of 4 in your chart, a lot of Taurus in your chart, you might be okay. But I'm just saying the energy compared to last month is it's just more spread out than it is focused. Okay. So make your list, the reminders on my phone. Oh my God, I don't know what I do without those to remind me what I have to do constantly. Okay. So we want to stay grounded during all of this chaotic 5 and scattered 3 energy. What do we need? What's our advice? Ha! Yes! Trust the timing. First thought, Mercury retrograde. We have delays. 5 energy, changing things up constantly. 5 can give you that impulsive instinct of I need to do this now. And a lot of times that means you do need to do it now. As long as it's not a desperation energy. It's like out of the blue, oh, I need to do this. I need to take care of this. It's like, whoa, there's the momentum. Just poof, 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 poof. So we need to trust the timing. After May 14th, Mercury will be direct. So that will help us to get on track. And May 16th, Jupiter is moving into Taurus, which is going to be really nice for my fellow Tauruses because we've had a lot going on with Uranus in the sign of Taurus since 2018, bringing some instability. And I feel like Jupiter can bring us some abundance and some luck and expanding our vision. And wherever Taurus is in your chart, which we can look at in a session, that's going to be an area where there may be expansion. You need to look at the house that Taurus rules in your astrology. And that's the area where good luck and expansion and abundance is possible. Now, it doesn't mean it's just going to land in your lap. We still have to do work, but it's extra support. So trust the timing is what we all need. When we come across delays or blocks along our paths, we are given the opportunity to trust the process of life. Like a flower bud contently waiting to bloom, you are being invited to relax in the knowing that divine timing is always at work. Patiently allow this situation to unfold gradually. All will make sense in time. And I want to remind you that life is happening to us. Life is happening for us, not to us. It's happening through us. But that there's a process. And then the numbers really help explain the process of the evolution of the cycle, and so does the astrology, but it's the seasons, and there's a reason for the season. And so what we're going through with the eclipse, I'll remind you again, even with the retrograde, is serving us. The eclipse is helping us clear so we can raise our frequency. We're being bombarded even without the eclipse constantly with high frequency energy now to help us to elevate our consciousness back, to rise up, to be more of our heavenly beings on the earthly plane, to bring heaven down to earth, to bring our higher self energy, to ascend within the physical body. And so to create the new earth, to create from the highest frequency of being, remembering that we are creators. And so we have to let go of this dense stuff that keeps us in that lower frequency. We're incrementally raising our frequency as a collective to birth the new earth, this higher frequency earth, which exists right now, but is really to align consistently with this earth and make it more visible for us, because everything is here and now, but we have to match the frequency of it for it to be made visible to us. So everything is happening for a reason. And just trust the process of life, like it says. But know that the fears and everything that's coming up, it's coming up because it needs to go. It needs to be cleared. And I've mentioned many times that when I will have done Reiki in person on someone, they may start crying. And even there was times when somebody was very ill and they may have vomited. Just, it's a healing crisis. It's like purging out anything that needs to go. But you do feel better. It's not like I'm encouraging us all to start vomiting, but you do feel better after because those toxins are released. And so that's what's happening right now, is we're just removing the things that are keeping us in lower frequencies. And they're being revealed to us so that we know they're there and we can clear them and we can detox from them. This too shall pass. Okay. So what do we get? Okay. Do you see the shoulders? Can you feel it, guys? It's time. What do we get? Birthday pom-pom. We get our card again. What you want wants you. What you want wants you. One of the best cards in the deck for what we get. I swear, I think we got this last month. What you want wants you. Such a good reminder. You are a vibrational being. You are constantly sending out a unique energetic signal. This frequency attracts the things that are a match to your desires. Everything that you want is trying to make its way to you, and all that you don't want is trying to get away from you. Very important to remember that, guys. Everything you don't want is trying to get away from you. Don't hold on to it. Life is always keeping track of your preferences, but it's up to you to let in what you want and let go of what you don't want. Relax and remember that what you want wants you to. Yes, my friends, it's true. This is the law of attraction. It's all about letting in and letting go. Letting in what's unmatched to your natural frequency and letting go of what isn't. We're in that letting go, purging Scorpio full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, May 5th. But we're also in the joy of the high frequency. 3 and 5 is so joyful. So you have, when you clear out the heavy, you can feel the joy. And that's exactly what happened to me today. Yesterday was not a fun day. Today feels really good. Really, really good. So clear it out and rise up to your natural true core frequency. You are joy as your natural state. If you look at a baby, you can see they are joyful. It's our natural state. Our frequency is naturally high. We hold our frequency down under the water, being weighed down with heavy thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. And again, you can't have those thoughts and emotions without the underlying beliefs. So you need to go down and pierce through those feelings and emotions and say, what am I believing is true right now? Scorpio is asking you to take a deep look, pierce through the veil of illusion and see what's really going on there in the subconscious. I can help you with that. Hi, Erica. We're live. We're live. Oh, you said we'll watch the replay. I thought you said I'm watching the replay. I'm like, no, this is live. So I can help you with that. Again, 20% off sessions with the code birthday through Sunday. Yay. If you want to work with me, it would be so fun and so healing, I'm sure. Always is. What you want wants you. We do so many things in the session, and my favorite part is actually like hanging up, feeling so buzzed and happy because everybody feels so damn good after basking in those high frequencies and getting so much clarity, and everything just makes sense and everything just feels so right and it's just so positive. It really is a natural high. It's just so powerful. And a lot of coaches will have you buy big old packages to work with them for months. And these sessions are so powerful, strong scorpionic power, so powerful that they can shift you so dramatically in just one session. So it's amazing. It's my favorite part of my work is the one-on-one phone sessions. Okay, so blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms. Ooh, yes, momentum. See this beautiful vinca? I have these in my yard. They're so cool. Look at that sacred geometry in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I don't know if that's sacred geometry. I feel like it is. Anyway, the point is, it looks to me like it's spinning, going the wrong way because I'm backwards. It reminded me of spinning. So momentum is our blessing to remember. And I did mention that there's momentum building into the eclipse for culmination, but when that releases, it's like, whoo, nice. And I feel like mine already released, hopefully, today. We'll see about that. It could come back, right? There could be more layers, always more layers of healing. But momentum also goes really well with what you wants you, because things are building up behind the scenes. What you prefer is building on a vibrational level. It's not fully manifested in the physical, but 99.9% of the manifestation is complete before we see any physical evidence of it. So keep that in mind, that things can poof into your reality any minute. That's where the word poof comes from. For me, the word poof is about an out of the blue manifestation that's like a fun surprise. Oh my God, poof, it's so great. Poofalicious, it just totally poofed. It built momentum until it burst into your physical reality. And with the 5 energy, we can have a lot of surprises like that. We can have a lot of, woo, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, lots of excitement. So you never know when things are going to shift and change on a dime. It's just a matter of when that momentum builds up. And for me, like doing a live stream, it's kind of like I'm walking around with this bubble of inspiration over my head, and more ideas and more guidance is coming through that I need to share. And it's like swelling up over my head, and I'm walking around like, when's it going to burst? It's like this water balloon. And I'm like, hey guys, I want to go live, but I don't know when it's going to burst, like when it's going to channel through me and it's time. And like this morning, it was like, today's the day. You know what you need to say. You're on, girl. You're up. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. So momentum is building always. Things are always in the process of shifting. Everything's in flux. Everything can change on a dime, especially in the 5 energy, which is a catalyst, which again, this is my life path energy, which is a catalyst for change. 5 is change and freedom and breakthrough. It's the breakthrough is that I'm free. I broke through. I can, escape the old reality. I can hop my noodle poodle. And so that's what's so powerful about these sessions I do is they're a catalyst for you, and they can set you on a totally different course, a much higher frequency trajectory. They can give you the information that can give you such a profound shift in perception that it is a miraculous experience. So it really can change things. The blissful knowing, when you have these insights come through and that brings you so much bliss. It's like, oh, okay. Now I know what to do. I have clarity. Now I feel great. I have clarity. Now I can let that go. I have clarity. So much fun in the sessions, guys. I miss you guys. If we haven't done a session in a while, I miss you. It's a 3 chatty, 5-3, but 3 chatty, and we need to chat. Okay. So, you know what to do, my friends. Okay. Challenge to embrace from the Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature cards. Oh my God, we got it again. Amazing. We got this card in April also. Remember that all is well. Remember that everything is happening for you. Remember that there is a process here, that a higher process, a higher intelligence that knows how to get you from A to B or A to Z or wherever you need to go. The momentum is building and your higher self is leading the way. So this comes back to that 7 energy of trust, having faith, and remember that you're here for a reason. You have gifts and talents to use. Remember that there's a divine timing to everything, and remember that what you want wants you. And there's momentum building towards what you want that can poof into your reality any moment. Any moment. So, challenge to embrace. Remember that all is well, even if things seem a little foggy in the retrograde eclipse. This too shall pass. Everything's in flux. Everything is shifting all the time. This 5 energy can go really fast. It's like a water slide, like next thing you know, you're at the bottom of the month. You're at the end of the month. Like, oh my God, where did the month go? For energy of April can be a little more plodding and slow. So this should feel faster, but with the retrograde, it does kind of slow things down. And with all the planets in Taurus, it can slow things down. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But with 5 and 3, if you're living the 5 and 3 to the fullest and you're having fun and you're socializing with your friends and there's humor and there's playfulness and you're living in the now, all of those energies are 5 and 3. So you can, the time can go by really, really fast if you're living in the now and you're having fun and you're juicing the joy out of every moment, which reminds me, you guys, check out my lemon. I have probably 300 lemons, at least maybe 400 this year. It's insane. I have 4 lemon trees in my yard. It's insane. I was supposed to have 1 dwarf lemon tree and I ended up with 4 full-size lemon trees. So abundance, if life gives you lemons, they're so sweet because they're so ripe that they don't need sugar. I just put them in my water. I've never once made lemonade in all these years of growing lemons. I just have lemon water every single day. I swear it tastes amazing. Smell is interesting. Sandra's been in my yard. She's one of the blessed beings who's been in my yard. And she was here and I said, and I had her cut some lemons to take home. And I said, smell it. Because when you first cut it, it smells like that lemon oil, the essential oil. Oh, it's so good. So good. All Tauruses will tell you, smell this, because we're sensual and we want you to experience it. But look at how big this lemon is, you guys. And I'm telling you, this is not the only one this size. Look at this. It's the size of my hand. It's ridiculous. It's huge. They're like 2-pound lemons. And so I'm going to be in a lemon juicing factory for a few days, making some lemon ice cubes and things to try and keep some of these lemons all year round. Anyway, please do say hi if you're watching the replay. If you feel inspired to enter the giveaway, please comment that you want to be in the giveaway for my 30-minute session. If you'd like to purchase the session at 20% off, the only thing that's the emotional closet cleaning is under that sale, but the energy clearing session is not part of that sale. Don't know if my website's going to be able to, what's going to happen. So just don't buy the energy clearing session with that sale because it's not meant to go through. But regular sessions and the emotional closet, no packages, but just the individual sessions and the emotional closet cleaning, 20% off with the code BIRTHDAY. And I hope you will enter my giveaway if we've never worked together, because it'll be so fun to meet you and to talk to you. So I'll see when I'm guided to pull that name, but I want to give people a chance to do that. And if you're interested in the jewelry that's on sale, go to theblissfulknowing.com. It's not under sale yet. I have to go fix that, but it's under the new jewelry and there's lots of markdowns. So please say hi. I love you. And I hope you guys have a great May of fun, celebration. I'll be celebrating this weekend on the 6th for my birthday, and I hope to see you all again soon. I may come on and just announce the giveaway winner. I don't know. Who knows? But I hope to talk to you on the phone in a session soon. That would be awesome. Okay? Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.